Today at Level Up, we're gonna learn about binding together monitor, keyboard, and mouse on your smartphone. What are the options available? Does it matter to you? Would it change your game? It is time to connect and explain to you what is the best choice available. And be prepared to see, for the first time ever, the game changer humble setup. Let's fly this thing! I guess you got here because you need to extend the connections of your smartphone way beyond the current tiny screen of your device. Or, at least, you are curious about exploring new possibilities.
Or maybe just got here by accident. Fair enough.
There are many ways to connect your smartphone to a bigger screen, like your PC monitor, or even to extend the inputs to keyboard and mouse to many other usages. Bear in mind that my intention here is to show you options and the pros and cons of different methods to achieve this extended connectivity on your smartphone. Wired or wireless? HDMI cable or software solutions? And why on earth this matters to you? More productivity on your smartphone? Or you want to have fun in your mobile games but without compromising your abilities on keyboard and mouse? You will definitely find useful to use a bigger screen, keyboard and mouse on your smartphone. Initially, we should split into two areas of connectivity. The first one is connecting to a monitor or TV set, and the second one is to extend the connectivity to keyboard and mouse.
Big screens, keyboard and mouse, small screen, use your fingers, right?
If I have to list the most common ways to connect your device to a bigger screen, I would list just like this. HDMI cables, if your device can accept the alt mode for HDMI for sure. Chromecast, and softwares to mirror the screen of your smartphone to your notebook. Let's start with HDMI cables. You can have an HDMI cable that can connect your device from the USB Type-C port to the monitor HDMI. You can use an adapter just like this one here to convert the signal from one connector type to another, but it's not as easy as it sounds like. There are many variants of different connections, like Mobile High Definition Link, most known as MHL, or your smartphone can be compatible with HDMI output straight from the USB Type-C connector. But that's something hard to find in the market, and even harder to find clear information from manufacturers if their devices support or not those standards and technologies. And you must understand that the smartphone itself should be compatible with the technology you choose. And the same should be said about the monitor or TV you select. And don't forget to use the proper adapter, so all using the same compatible technology can work together to bring you a better screen experience. Well, with cable connection, you may not have big latency problems for your inputs on the smartphone screen and the final result on the monitor screen. But at the same time, you face the charging problem, because now the USB Type-C cannot charge since it's being used for streaming the content to the monitor. So cables and adapters, when working, are good for low latency, good for image quality, and bad for battery life. And their cost varies from $30 to $80. Another option is to use Google Chromecast and cast the screen from your Android wireless into the monitor. I love Chromecast devices, so simple and easy to use, but it may present some issues you should be aware. First of all, the latency is super annoying in games. You can notice about 1 second or more for response. And although you can use the device and charge it at the same time, which is a good thing, the Chromecast uses compression on the image transmission to the screen, creating blocking images and downgrading the image quality mainly in games that move on very fast speeds and refreshes the whole image really fast on the screen. You may think about Miracast technology to solve this issue. Well, bad news. Actually, Miracast and the other variants of it suffers a lot to do wireless connections and suffers even more about the latency to keep quality at high standards. So, Google Chrome devices can help you to connect if you want to see your smartphone screen on a big monitor, watch videos and see pictures and websites, but is by far not ideal for playing games. Chromecast mirroring works great in many devices. It's easy to set up and play. The costs vary from $20 to almost $100 depending on the model you want. but they have a really bad response time on screen. Not so good for image quality, but you can keep your device plugged and not kill your battery while using it. There is a more appropriate option that can enable you to mirror your smartphone screen on your notebook. I'm talking about applications that you can run at the same time in your PC and your smartphone that can mirror the screen to the monitor connected to your PC. I'm using here a free app called TeamViewer. The performance may vary from app to app, but most of the time, the bad points and good points are pretty much the same. You install the app on both devices you want to connect, and the setup and connection is quite easy and fast. Image quality is usually very good, and some apps let you decide between quality and performance to avoid a big latency. In this case, this app has an auto option that tries to give the best of both worlds when needed most. In the end, there is always a compromise in apps like this. Some apps may let you connect keyboard and mouse, but I will explain this later on this video. In the end, there is no consistent results for games, and I don't see where you can take really advantage of mirroring apps from your smartphone to the notebook and then apply it to a bigger screen. Although it's quite easy to do it, and there is no cost involved on those free apps, you can do almost everything on your computer. There's more performance and better quality that you could do in a mirroring from your smartphone. As I mentioned, there is no point to do it, right? Since your computer can do almost everything you could do in your smartphone due to the vast cloud services available. And yes, it is free, easy to set up, quality is okay, but latency is still a problem, mainly for mobile games. Now let's talk about mouse and keyboard. There are many reasons to use mouse and keyboard in your smartphone. I can see a lot of more productivity with a full keyboard at your disposal and more precise inputs with a mouse. Basically, you have two options for that: wired and wireless connections. For wired connections, you may need an OTG USB cable or a hub to connect many devices at the same time. Wired connections is still the best option when it comes to low latency, and there are pretty incredible hubs available in the market today. Be careful, because some may work with your device and some may not. And again, it's a huge headache to find the real compatibility from your smartphone and the USB hub you may have. And the wireless connection via Bluetooth, most common and perfect for productivity junkies, but games need a whole more demanding hardware and performance that wireless via Bluetooth cannot compete. A bigger screen, a fast keyboard, and a high-precision mouse can change your game in your smartphone? It's time to find out! Hell yeah! It definitely can change your game. If you are playing games like PUBG, Fortnite, Free Fire, Call of Duty Mobile, you can be sure that there is a huge difference on how it impacts on your game. Latency is something that destroys your game experience, no matter if it is on the screen, keyboard, or mouse. Latency is just not allowed for games. So basically, there is no current solution that can bring smartphone games to bigger screens with no latency and connect mouse and keyboard in an easy way. Right?
No!
You lose!
There is a solution, but for that, I want to introduce to you the Gamer Changer Ultimate Setup. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, behold the Ultimate Gamer Changer Setup. I love my game cave. To make this setup so cool, there is a fundamental piece of it. It's the desktop dock of my ROG Phone 2. It's an incredible piece of hardware that easily connects to my preferred smartphone for games. Let's check this dock closely. Besides the beautiful RGB light that syncs with all your setup using the Asus Aura Sync light system, it has way more than meets the eyes. Right behind the phone dock position, there is a fan to cool down the smartphone during long game sessions. On the back, it has an incredible set of connections that no other device or dock has in the market. A dedicated plug for microphone, a combo headphone and Toslink connector for high-res audio and 5.1 surround sound, HDMI and display port, gigabit Ethernet LAN for low latency on online games, I said 4 USB 3. The Type-C here is to charge not only the phone, but all devices connect to it. It's an amazing accessory you can find only on ROG Phone 2. And there's more. On one of its sides, you can find an SD card slot for more storage. And something pretty cool. It's another display port and USB 3 source port. Those ports are used to connect to your current computer, commuting the same keyboard and mouse with your PC or smartphone when docked. Just pressing the button and change all connected devices from your smartphone to your PC at any time. You can play your games with no latency, no matter if it is a huge monitor, your preferred keyboard for gaming with shining lights and fast response when typing, and even your high DPI mouse that you love to use for gaming. All together maximizes your playability without compromising your connections and comfort on your gaming setup. An ultimate smartphone gaming accessory for a ultimate gamer just like me. Love you, desktop daughter. Did you level up your knowledge with this video? I hope you connect to the idea and reach a new level. Keep tuned to many more videos here on The Gamer Changer. See you soon, folks!